Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. It is Mindy, and it is that time of the week for me to talk. And talk I will. Hang on. I need some light on this situation. I'm in the office, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled on certain situations out there in the living room. Yes, I am. We'll talk about that. We will talk about that. So I hope everyone is doing well today. It is another beautiful fall day here in Michigan. Um, we did have rain the other day, which was not good. Not good for my husband's project he's working on, helping his friend re-roof his mother's garage. Well, well. They did have all new wood on the roof, had to replace a bunch of wood. However, they did not have, I guess you call it the ridge thing, I guess, at the top. I don't know. There was a gap at the top of the garage that was a hole, a hole. And of course, the rain came in said hole and got everything in the garage wet. Yes, it did. Nothing they could do about it. I know that it was later in the evening when Dale left there, and it had started to rain, and there was lightning and thunder, and it was dark, and there was nothing they could do about it. Now, in hindsight, the thought was they could have thrown a tarp on there to keep the rain from coming down, the little crack there, or the large crack. I don't know how big a crack it is. Anyhow, it got wet. It got wet. And then that must have been Saturday. Yeah, that was Saturday. And then on Sunday, Dale was like, I just need to take a day off. He needed a day off. So, said garage apparently had some soggy wood. And my husband fell through it. And I'm like, wait, what? Did you fall like all the way through, like into the garage? I mean, what the heck happened? He's like, no, I fell down into the rafters. And I'm like, oh my goodness, really? Yeah, really. So, he caught himself from falling any further with his shoulder. Mm-hmm. And so Sunday he laid around and he was just like, ow, ow, took a couple hot showers, asked me to kind of rub his shoulder, see if I could help it out, see if I saw any major bruising or anything. But yeah, so he kind of fell through to like shoulder depth into the roof. I'm like, oh my goodness, right? So it is one of the things that I always worry about when he does stuff like that, because some of that stuff is dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous. I was talking about it Saturday night when I had Jackson over. You guys, if you watch my live, Jackson was here. Jackson was really good during my live. He just sat out in the living room. I had given him a piece of yarn so he could tie up his little action figures. And he was tying up action figures. I did have to, go out there every once in a while and check and make sure things were okay. I did realize that he had tied his yarn to my orchid. If you know orchids, they get those air roots. Well, he had tied his little guy to one of the roots of the orchid. And I was like, let's tie this to something else. Probably not the best idea. I'm having a good time with this roof. It was really fun when I just started. All the little squares are different colors. There's at least 2 colors in each square, and a lot of them had 3. So I just had little squares everywhere, and a lot of AB in them too. And now I'm doing in this fill-in stuff. So this is all one color that's left to fill in on the roof of my gazebo. Raise the roof. We're raising the roof. Raise the roof. Oh boy. So right now I'm going across where I have like long vertical lines, and I'm filling in all of the long vertical lines. And then I've got two. Yeah. So we're just gonna work on the roof. Isn't that that's ironic, isn't it? I'm sitting here making a roof. Dale's over there making a roof. I'd say making my roof is a lot less dangerous than what he's doing. I'm just sitting here and no concern of possible injury. Anyhow, the roof over there is now solid. All of the smushy wood is gone. It's all solid now. So now it's just put on tar paper and put on shingles and drip edge and water, ice shield. I don't know. These are just things that I know. These are just words I hear. They're words I hear in the roofing saga. Do I know what all of them do? Well, I know what drip edge is. I kind of know what ice shield is. I definitely know what the plywood is. Well, USB. I think it's USB they use. And of course, shingles. We know what shingles are, right? Not the kind that people get. No, not those. We don't want those kind of shingles. No. Anyhow. Wow. What do we got going on here? There's definitely an issue here. Yes, there's an issue there. Things weren't lined up properly. There was space for a whole nother drill there. A whole nother drill. Now I have to go do all the twosies, and I don't want to do the twosies because they're this way, you know. They're not. I like to multi-place vertically, not horizontally. These are all horizontal now. I gotta horizontal it. Ugh. All right, here we go. Let's start. Nope, that didn't work. I might have to get some Not Your Mama's Mud refill in my pen because it's not being very sticky. Not being very sticky. Anyhow, so boy, he started on Wednesday tearing off things before the friend ever got here. Wednesday, Thursday, Dale tore off shingles, old stuff, parts of the wood that he knew was rotted, because they had one of the great big dumpsters, and he just started filling it, just throwing stuff in. Then his friend got here late Thursday. Dale didn't even see him on Thursday. He didn't see him until Friday. And Friday was the day that they were having the dumpster picked up. It was only there Wednesday and Thursday, not very long. Anyhow, so they had to hightail it on Friday and get anything else that needed to get dropped into the dumpster before they came to pick it up in the afternoon. So, and then they had to go to the store. They had to go order the shingles. Well, they kind of had an order. Dale had already kind of placed an order. They had to go pay for it, pick up a few more supplies, that kind of stuff. And it's all a little more complicated because one brother holds the reins to the checking account, and he had to transfer money and yada, 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 yada for the mom. And anyhow, so then, like I said, Saturday he fell through the roof, and Sunday he took the day off. So now Monday, Tuesday, they've been back at it. They had to go back to Menards again yesterday. For what? I don't know. Another piece of wood, I think. I'm not certain. Dog's growling at the cat. Okay. We'll talk about cats in a minute here because that's making life fun. Not. Okay. But So 2 days now of actually starting to put on the tar paper and the other things. And today it's just going to be shingle, 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 right? He's hoping to finish today or tomorrow. So that'd be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for him. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, and then in this whole process somewhere, the friend's car wouldn't start and needed a new starter. So Dale had to go over there with automotive equipment type stuff yesterday to help get the guy's car started so he could drive it over to another friend's house who is going to change the starter for him. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing that happened. This car that he drives, and he drives it up from Tennessee, mind you, has like 400 and some thousand miles on it. It's like some Saturn wagon type thing. And he drives that thing back and forth. And he uses it for I think he uses it for his paint jobs because, he paints interiors for people as his side hustle type thing. Anyhow, 400 and some thousand miles on this car. I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to take a quick sneaky peeky and see where one of the kitty boys is at. Where's he at? Where's he at? There's the girl. Where's the boy? Okay, we're good. We are all good. He decided to go in the kennel with Toffee. He's in the kennel with her, and they're going to take a nap. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. As long as he's going to behave himself, because he has been naughty. Both of the boys have been naughty. I'll get to that topic. I already told you. I'll get to that topic. I'll get there. Anyhow, so hopefully, Dale's not there much longer than tomorrow. Uh-oh. She's not happy about him being in there with her. I can hear her out there. Can you hear her? She's growling at him. They'll sort it out. They will sort it out. They have slept together before. They'll work it out. As long as he stops bugging her, just don't bug her. She'll cuddle with you. Just be nice. Just be nice. So yeah, hopefully that's done soon. And, he can have a break. He has to be done. He can't work on Saturday. It has to be done no later than Thursday or Friday because Saturday he's in high demand. His wife needs him on Saturday. Saturday, I'm doing a craft show and I require his help. This is an outdoor craft show and you have to have a little tent type awning thing, and that's a lot, and we have one, but I really need his help, setting up. And then getting me lunch because, okay, I've talked about this little deli before. It's called West Side Deli. It's in the little town of Mason, Michigan, and we love West Side Deli. So over the summer, he went to West Side Deli once with the grandkids, and I didn't get anything. Then I went to Mason for a craft show, and I went to West Side Deli, and I didn't bring him anything. Oh, I did get myself a little brownie, though, and he helped himself to some of my brownie. I didn't partake of his scotcheroo when he went, but anyhow, hopefully he can sneak out. It's just down the street. It's just down the street from where the craft show is going to be held. So he can go get us some lunch and I can have my own brownie and he can have his own scotcheroo. That sounds like a good plan. Yes, it does. This craft show is held outside of an antique mall. One of those places where they rent booths and whatnot. My dad had a booth there for a couple months until he realized it was costing him money. He sold a few things, but he didn't sell enough to make it pay for his costs, you know. So he gave it up after, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Anyhow, so yeah, that's happening on Saturday, but I have to go pay for it. So I know the lady through physical therapy, and her partner, friend, whatever, they organize and put together several craft shows. I mean, there was quite a list of flyers, quite a packet of flyers, I should say, of different shows that they organize. And I was trying to pay, right? Well, I got my form turned into her. I took that out to the physical therapy location. Now, mind you, that's in another small town near us, and it's about 12, 13 minutes to get there. It's not like it's next door. It's not close. You know what I'm saying? So I took that form out there, got it turned in. I should have just taken money at that time, but I didn't because I thought we paid online or through PayPal or something. So I asked her how I pay, and she sends me a QR code on my phone. And my first thought is, how am I supposed to scan the QR code on my phone in a text when, you know, it's on my phone? How I can't use my phone to scan it. How do I scan it to begin with? I couldn't. It wasn't something you could just click on a link or anything. And I'm like, okay. So I messaged her back. I'm like, I'm not certain how I can make this work. You should be able to just take a picture. I'm like, but it's on my phone. It's literally on my phone. How do I take a picture of it on my phone with my phone? Right? So she said, I don't know. Let me get with the other person and I'll have her help you with the money part. I'm like, okay, great. Well, then she gets back with me and she says, you can just bring money to my work. I'm like, oh my goodness. You can either bring cash or check, just bring it to my work. Monday through Wednesday, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I was trying to avoid having to drive out there again. Now I have to drive out there again and give her money. Okay. All right. I thought, I don't know, I'm half tempted to just text her back and say, hey, can I just like pay you the morning of before I set up anything? I mean, I am good for it. I just don't feel like driving out to Eaton Rapids again, you know, just for that. Anyhow, I don't know. But I am set up. I'm scheduled to do the craft show. So one way or another, I got to figure this out. Got to get her some money, whatever. You know, I'll just chalk it up as a nice day to take a drive. Just take a little drive. Okay. With that being said, I'm actually going past the place that sells pumpkins. So maybe I'll make it worth my time. Go out, pay for my spot, and then on the way home, stop and buy a couple of pumpkins. Now, with that being said, I hope they last because something has been getting into my garage. I have 4 little ears of Indian corn, and they're in my garage. They didn't make it out to the front porch yet, but something has been getting into my garage, and they have eaten one whole ear of my Indian corn. I don't know if it's a little critter like a chipmunk, a mouse, if the chickens have gotten in there. I don't know. Anything is possible, but if the garage door is open, you know, it's a free-for-all. Anything can get in there. So I'm losing my Indian corn. I don't know if something will try to eat my pumpkins or not, but I'm just going to get a couple. We'll see how it goes. Knowing my luck, the way things are going lately, you know, they'll be gone in hours. I don't know. But I'm going to go get a couple pumpkins anyhow. So there's that. on Saturday, after you guys left and the live was over, I got to go sit with Jackson, and we had a little snack, all that kind of stuff. I realized at that point that he had helped himself to some more yarn. Yes, the little boy did. Luckily, it was a skein of yarn. It was just sitting on my coffee table, and it was glow-in-the-dark yarn. It wasn't cheap yarn, but at least he didn't cut into a project or, take some good hand-dyed yarn or make a big mess. He just cut off another little strand of this glow-in-the-dark yarn because his string wasn't long enough for him to hang his army guys the way he wanted to. I'm telling you. It's been a long time since I've had little kids, and one like him that just has all these ideas, all these thoughts, and he's a creative, almost too mischievous kind of kid. You know what I mean? And Shannon had warned me. She said, keep an eye on him. He's been getting into things, repurposing is what she called it, repurposing things that he should not. And I'm like, okay, all right. I said, you mean like yarn? And she goes, yep. Or his chair at school. And I'm like, oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah. So there's that. And then I thought, oh, we were watching a movie. He watched a movie while I was live. And then he wanted to watch another movie because that one was over. So we were watching, I think I started that one during the live. I don't know. Anyhow, couple movies. And he lost interest in the second movie pretty quickly. And I'm like, okay, it's like getting on 10 o'clock here. And it's probably time to just chill out, relax. Maybe he goes, go to sleep. And I'm like, yeah. He said, am I going to sleep here? And I said, well, I don't think you're going to stay or spend the night, but I certainly think you're going to go lay down and relax. So next thing I know, the boy, he has two shirts on. He's got a t-shirt and another overshirt. He's got two shirts on. So the boy starts taking off his clothing. And I'm like, what are you doing? What? He's like, I am, and I thought he said Jason Momoa, but he said, I'm Jackson Momoa. And I'm like, oh, goodness. Okay, well, okay. First of all, no, you got a ways to go before you look like Jason Momoa, but he wanted to take off his shirt and be bare-chested like Jason Momoa. Okay. Well, he ran around a little while longer, and then I'm like, okay, let's go into the bedroom and just relax. Just you can lay down in my bed and just relax. Okay? You don't have to sleep, just relax. That went over like a lead balloon. Okay? He didn't want the light off. I'm like, that's fine. He didn't want the door closed. I'm like, that's fine. Just lay here and relax. But then he got up and he closed the door. Then I'm like, yeah, okay. I know where this is headed. I mean, not exactly where it's headed, but I know where it's headed. So after a few minutes, I head in there and, oh boy, he has got my little dumbbell that I have in there for my arm exercises. He's doing something with that. Oh, I know what he had. He had Dale's belt fastened around the dumbbell. And I'm certain, although I did not witness it with my eyes, it was probably getting swung around, with the belt. Yeah, so that didn't work. Then he had a stuffed animal. Then he wanted this. Then it was that. And into everything. Finally, I was just like, come on, let's go back out to the living room, because I'm not going to stand in there and just watch him. And there's too much stuff in there, for him to have a good time getting into. And I'm just like, no, it's much better for me to be able to just see him. Now, I mean, I know at home they have cameras, like the baby monitor kind of camera things and whatnot. They can watch him, and I don't. So I'm like, okay, just come out in the living room. Just come out here. So at that point, I just got quiet. I got real quiet. Like, I'm not really talking to him. I'm wanting him to just like sit in the chair and relax and quiet down, thinking he's got to be tired. He will fall asleep, right? No, he gets up, he does this, he goes here, he goes back over on the floor, he grabs his action figure. TV's off. He asked if the movie's done. Can we have the movie back on? Nope. It is well after 10 o'clock and it's time to be quiet. So nope, no movie. And then he'd try to have conversation with me, and I wasn't talking. I just wasn't going to engage because I'm like, nope, it is quiet time. It is quiet time, quiet time. You want to sit there and just tinker around with your little guys? You can do that, but it's quiet time. Well, before long, he goes over and he lays down on the floor in front of the fireplace, TV, that little corner, and he lays down. And I'm like, okay, this is it. He's gonna fall asleep here on the floor. Well, not that time. No, he revived from that one, got up, did some more stuff for a few minutes, but then he was back over there again, and this time he's actually starting to go to sleep. So no pillow, no blanket, no nothing, just laying on the floor. So when I thought he was pretty good and sleepy, I went over, I kind of tucked the pillow. He kind of, moved a little, tucked the pillow under his head and gave him a blanket. And of course, you know what happened next. I get the text, we're on our way. So, I mean, he barely laid there and fell asleep a little bit before they showed up to pick him up. Of course, right? Anyhow, yeah, that was like, that was trying my patience a bit, So I survived anyhow. And when Shannon got here, she comes in and she's like, clothing? I'm like, yeah, I had to tell her the whole story. And she's like, oh, goodness. And then she was like, so why is his shirt all wet? And I said, oh, well, he was trying to drink his water real fast so he could have some Sour Patch Kids. And she goes, and he just spilt it. I'm like, yeah, it's just water. Spilt all over his shirt. And that might have been why he wanted to take his clothes off. They were wet. I don't know. But he did want to be Jason Momoa as well. All right. So that gets us through Saturday. And, Dale coming home, having fallen through the roof. Okay. Falling through the roof. I got to peek on this dog-cat situation and see if they've worked out their situation here. Did they work it out? Yep, they worked it out. Toffee's sound asleep, and Sonny is kind of like, he's got his bedroom eyes going. They're half closed, half open. Like, oh, that boy. He was just, I was in the bathroom. You have no peace and quiet in your life anymore. So I'm in the bathroom. And of course, he has to come in there and wants to sit on my lap. And I'm petting him. And, I had eaten a marshmallow. That's what it was. I'd eaten a marshmallow. So I had like a little bit of marshmallow breath. And he's right up in my face, like trying to get in my face, right in my mouth. And I'm like, dude, no, you cannot get in my mouth and get marshmallow. That's not happening. He's licking my nose. And I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. So he can be such a sweet thing, really. He can also be a holy terror. So let's back up a half a step. I think it was on Sunday. Miss Misty was very friendly. I mean, she's always been a little aloof, doesn't like to be held. Well, she changed her tune. She was very friendly, wanted to be held, wanted to be pet, wanted to sit in your lap, wanted to be loved, yada, yada, yada. And that's when I started realizing, oh, something's going on. Yes, Ms. Misty is in heat. Yeah. Okay. Full blown. Oh my gosh. Drive me crazy. Drive everybody crazy, actually. Drive everybody crazy. She's driving the dogs nuts. She's rubbing up on the dogs. She's driving the boys crazy. Now, the boys, they have no abilities, so to speak, but that does not mean they don't respond to her actions and her antics, right? I have watched both of the boys just grab the girl, plop her down, climb on her, grab a hold of her by the neck, biting her on the neck so she can't move. And I'm like, okay, wow, okay, no, can we just stop all that? No. And she totally just taunts everybody. She's all over every living creature in this house, and it's about to drive all of us nuts. The dogs, the cats, me, Dale, everything. Okay? How long does this last? I mean, please tell me. I've looked it up. Okay, I've looked it up. What? 3 to 5 days to, I don't know, too long? To just too long. That's how long. Too long. Can the 1st of November get here any quicker? Please, 1st of November. I mean, I was hoping that maybe we would make it to the 1st of November, before we'd have to worry about any of this nonsense. But no. She won't be quiet. She won't be quiet. She is right now. And I'm not certain where she's at, but she's sleeping. Only time she's quiet is when she's asleep. And boy, does she just irritate everybody. So I don't know if that has attributed to the boys' antics. We shall call them the boys' antics, because I'm about to boot both of them right in their behinds, throw them outside, and tell them, I'll see you later when you can behave yourselves. Okay? What are they doing? Let me tell you. This is what they're doing. They have decided to get into, not just get into, but try to practically destroy my plants. Okay, I have 2 plants in the living room that are in pots that sit on the floor, right? I have the peace lily and I have a schifferilla. I believe that's what you call it. The other day, they've left the peace lily alone. It used to be the peace lily. They would get in and dig around in the pot a little bit. Well, the other day, my schifferilla was completely dug up out of the pot. 4 pieces. I didn't even know it was 4 pieces, but it's 4 different pieces of the plant on the floor. Mind you, it's carpet. Okay, so it's all in the carpet, dirt everywhere. It sits over by some of my diamond paintings. They're like covered with dirt. Dirt's everywhere. Yeah. So I had to clean that up. And I've been like eagle eye, like watching them. And I don't know when they did that. And I couldn't quite pinpoint who it was. I didn't think it was Misty, because I thought that she had been like with Dale and we were in the office when the crime would have been committed. And he's like, I don't know, she was loose for a little while. And I'm like, yeah, but that took some time. That took some time. That took some work. And they were very quiet, very, very quiet about the whole thing. I never heard a thing, right? So I got that cleaned up somewhat. Now we have very light creamy colored carpet. Yeah, so you know how well that works. Yeah, there's definitely dirt stains on the carpet. So I get it all put back together. I actually took it outside. I had some potting soil outside. I repotted it somewhat. I mean, I had to repot it. All the pieces were out of the pot. So I did that, and I brought the plant back in. And I've been watching. I've caught a couple of my prime suspects go over there. And I don't know if this is mean or not, but I have a squirt bottle, a water squirt bottle. And they've gotten some water squirts just because they're over there sniffing it, looking at it, touching it, smelling it, whatever. Get away from it, right? Well, again, the other night, last night, it was last night, somebody got into it again. And I'm like, I thought I'd been watching them, keeping my eye open, keeping my eyes peeled, When did they do that? I don't know, but here it is. Not as bad, but still quite a bit of dirt on the floor. They didn't dig the plants up this time. They were just digging up the dirt. Okay. So last night, I was not in the mood at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to get out the vacuum it all up, all that stuff. I thought, well, it was fairly new, fresh, black dirt. Let me let it sit for a while and dry a little bit was my thought, So I did that this morning, cleaned up that mess again. And then I saw somewhere that cats don't like aluminum foil. Well, I had already put aluminum foil around the pot the first time. I actually put aluminum foil in the plant, like in the dirt and stuff. So I got that cleaned up again today. And I don't know. I don't know. I have never really had to train a cat, in some of these behaviors. I don't know. Are there any tricks? Is there something that works? Do I need to just remove all the plants from my home? Oh, and then I went downstairs and realized they had been into my hibiscus downstairs and just kick dirt around. Just all they're doing, just digging in the dirt and kicking it all over the place. I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with the girl cat driving them crazy. They're being naughty because of that. Is it an excuse? I don't even know. But like I said, I haven't really had to work with cats and breaking certain behaviors. I will say this, cats seem like they are one stubborn ass beast. I've had many, many dogs. And in my opinion, at least so far, my opinion is dogs are a whole lot easier to train certain behaviors, to break them of certain behaviors, to teach them things. Dogs just seem like 100 times easier than cats. So, all you cat people out there, tips, words of advice, anything? I don't know. They have a million toys. I bought them, upstairs in the living room alone. They have, come on, that drill will not leave the chute. I bought them one of those cat caves, which they like. It's got a little dingle ball that hangs from the opening. They love to bat it around. Sometimes they go in. Sometimes they just play in it. Misty likes to sleep on top in the little divot on the top. She likes to sleep up there. They've all been in it. They've all played in it. Okay. But it's short-lived. They only play with it so long. Then I went to Walmart and I bought just a small little scratching post. It's got some carpet on the bottom. It's got a ball attached to the top. They like to bat that around. And it's got a little ball on a spring. It's small, but it's fun. I've seen them scratch. I've seen them use it. I've, went over there and scratched it myself to show them how it works. Like, I don't know. So they will play with these things. But like I said, they're all fairly short-lived. There are all kinds of toys downstairs. They're everywhere. Balls, mice, crinkly things, springs. Springs disappear. I don't even know where they go. I just keep getting out more springs and they just disappear. Right now, I think I could probably find one complete spring because Misty brought it upstairs earlier today. She found it. It was downstairs. She brought it upstairs. And there's a half of a yellow one that's broken. That one's been broken for quite a while. But there's probably 6 more somewhere. Somewhere. Where? I have no idea. I look underneath the shelves. I look underneath the bookcases. I look underneath the chairs. I'm not finding any of these springs. I don't know where they're at. Anyhow, someday we're going to really rearrange some stuff and I'm going to find 17 springs somewhere. I don't know where they're at. Oh, the life of cats. I did not realize kitties. Is this like just their terrible twos? I mean, because if you tell me it's just their terrible twos and that they will outgrow some of these things, I'd feel a little better. But at this point, I'm just like, does this ever end? Because what am I going to have left of my house and my plants and my life and my, I don't know. They're on my last nerve, let me tell you what. And then they'll do things like today, like Mr. Sunny just wanted to sit on my lap, get in my mouth and share my marshmallow with me and lick my nose. And then go lay down quietly and peacefully and take a nap with the dog, right? Yeah. Sunny was outside for quite a while today. And he wanted in really bad. He was outside just meow, 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 meow. He wanted in the worst way. So I let him in finally. Sunny came in quite early when the dogs went out to go to the bathroom, and he came right in. And he's like, huh. He's always been the cat that would be inside. But right now, he's out because I was mad at him. I was just mad at him, and I was like, I've had enough of your antics, and you can just go outside for a while. Yesterday, I think they need to be outside and run, play, go get in the trees and do whatever you do outside. Because nighttime comes and you just like turn into demons of the night. So today, during the day, you need to be outside more. But right now, Smokey, he's the only one out, and Misty can't go out. We're not letting Misty out, right? And at this point, it's really been one cat out at a time, and they don't have each other out there to really do much with or play with because that's just the way they've been working it. One will come in, one will go out. But, whew. It's work, people. It is work. It is no joke. It's like trying my patience. Yes, it is. Oh boy. So, that's my life with cats and kids. Cats and kids. Cats and kids. So, I'm working on this Chuck Pinson diamond painting. Okay, this is halfway. Okay, this would be the halfway point, I would say. But then I only have like this section over here to go, but it's still a lot. It's still a lot. I just want it to be done, but it's still a lot. It's not going fast enough. And like I was just having a conversation with a friend and I was like, I just don't diamond paint like I used to. I don't diamond paint for hours. If I diamond paint for an hour, hour and a half a day, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. So I don't want to. I don't want to work on big ones anymore. They just don't get finished. I don't feel any sense of accomplishment. No instant gratification. They're so pretty when they're done, but man, they take forever, and I start to feel frustrated, that I can't get them done. But I'm trying. I'm really trying. If I don't finish this in the month of October, I will cry. I will literally cry. I'll cry on camera. I'll just tell you how disappointed I am that it's not finished. It's got to be finished. I mean, it doesn't have to be finished, I suppose, but like I said, I'd be very sad if it's not, because I don't want to go into November doing, the November event and not have this one finished. So get off my pen. He says no. No, 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 no. All right, there. I want to say a thank you right now to a dear friend who bought me some coffees or Diet Pepsis. Thank you so much. I put your kind donation. I can't really say anything more than it was a thank you for all I do, and thank you for the chuck-alongs and blah, blah, blah. And hearing my story of, the Chuck Pinsons all now coming out after the chuck-along. And of course, I have to keep the collection intact. I mean, I have to keep the collection intact. I can't stop now. But I really wanted Christmas paintings. I mean, there's so many pretty Christmas paintings coming out now. So thank you so much to my wonderful friend for your kind donation so that I could keep the Chuck Pinson collection intact and buy some Christmas diamond paintings. Thank you. Thank you so much for that support. It really means a lot. All right. Anything else? We are going to do, I got to really sit and think about how I want to present November to all of you. Maritza is going to co-host it with me. We're going to come up with some prizes, all the typical stuff, except, I want to work on some different things. I don't want to work on just per se one big gnome painting, which I have done typically the last few years. I want to do some smaller things. I have some special drill things I want to do. I have, I want to do some different types of things. Maritza would like to crochet some gnomes. And I'm just like, okay, I mean, that's fine. So trying to think about how to work this. I think I've got it kind of worked out in my head, how it can work. So everybody can kind of work on what they would like to and be happy with the event and comfortable and feel accomplished and get things done that they want to get done. You know what I'm saying? So I think I kind of have it sorted out in my head. So I'll be sitting down real soon, making a little video about it. And the only thing holding me back right now is I really want to gather up some of the things that I want to work on, things that I would like to finish during the month of November, and kind of have those for the video. But that will be coming soon. Just kind of keep that in mind. It's going to be a little more open-ended than it has been in the past. Okay. Has anybody had any success at Joann's? So, I see these posts. People are posting this entire end cap of paintings at Joann's. Lots of Diamond Art Club. And the one I couldn't tell for sure until I saw another post where somebody had a post But yes, there is a Susan Wingate at Joann's. It's a Christmas one. It's like a fireplace, a living room with a fireplace decorated for Christmas. And I have to have that, right? I mean, it's been Hobby Lobby every year that has had the special Christmas painting from Diamond Art Club. So I don't know if they're having the same one that you can get at Joann's, or Hobby Lobby's not going to have one this year. It's only going to be at Joann's. I don't know the answer to that, but I need that painting. There is also a stitch that I've kind of would like to get. My daughter is a huge, huge stitch lover. I would like to get that one for her for Christmas, but let me know. Have you had any luck? I have called both of my Joann's and nothing. All right, nothing. So I'll keep trying. I don't know, try every few days or once a week, or I don't know. But have you had any luck? Have you seen them at your store? Where are these things that everybody keeps posting? Where are they located? Is it only one part of the country? Is it, I don't know. I've heard somebody like Ohio or Indiana, one of those places, they were like, yep, they're not here either. Their Hobby Lobby, or not Hobby Lobby, their Joann's said maybe in about a week or two. Just keep checking. I don't know. I feel like this is the Dollar Tree all over again. I've said it many times. My Dollar Tree, or both, any of the Dollar Trees around me, actually, any of them, let's just say any of our Dollar Trees, take forever to get stuff in that people in other parts of the country have had for weeks, Sometimes I feel like I live in Siberia or something. How hard is it to get things delivered, up here to Michigan? We're not, we're at the edge of the earth or what? Just don't know. But I have not seen those paintings yet. I will keep looking because I need that Suzanne Wingate. So, and I really do want the stitch, and I don't know what some of the other ones look like. The pictures I've seen, people have taken pictures from like a distance. And so when you try to zoom in, and get close, you don't get good, good images. But I got my eye open. I'm hunting. I am hunting. I'm like a dog hunting for a bone. I'm not going to let it go, I will get what I want one way or another. One of the ladies said, oh, you could also check on the website and order them on the website. And I'm like, I wanted to say, like, you think I didn't try that already? They're not on the website. They're not on the website. So that's a no. That's not going to help. But anyhow, next on the agenda is getting the last things that I have crocheted ready for this market. Now I'm calling them markets. Nobody around here calls our craft shows markets. I don't know, that's a YouTube thing. All these YouTube creators that are doing craft shows call them markets. I don't know where that comes from, that it's a market. It's just a craft show, right? Anyhow, I got to get things. I don't have a lot to price. I do have some Christmassy things. Last week, Maritza and I worked on that cute little bobble snowman. He turned out really cute. Well, I went and I did the bag version because you can make it into a little treat bag. That was kind of fun. It was a little frustrating too, though, because you're supposed to be able to pull the strings on the bag. And when you close up the bag, the little pom-pom is supposed to draw up and sit right at the top of the bag. Well, it wasn't working quite like that. It wasn't sitting on top of the bag. It was flopping over, and it was annoying me. I figured it out though. I got it. It sits up pretty good now. Kind of makes the little pom-pom on the top of the beanie kind of situation. It's better now. I'm okay with it, but So I only have one bobble and one little bag. I'd like to make some more, but I haven't got to them. So I do have Christmas trees. I have several Christmas trees, different sizes, different patterns of little Christmas trees. And I don't want to make a ton of any one thing at this point because it just seems to be a crapshoot. I don't know what's going to sell. You know, why make a bunch of one thing and just have them not sell? So I'm doing what I have been doing, and that is just various different things. Like right now, I'm working on a little pouch. It's made out of some hand-dyed yarn. It was an advent that I got last year, and some of the colors that I didn't use in my scarf. And I thought, oh, I can combine some of those colors. I'll make a cute little drawstring bag. So I've been working on that. I've made one dog bone stocking, one. I'd like to make another one because they're really cute. Although using that velvet yarn at the top to make the fuzzy edge is no fun. I would not look forward to doing that again, but I mean, you have to, and you have to. Mine didn't turn out all that great. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't exactly like it was supposed to be. Maybe I could do it right the next time. The stocking itself didn't take that long to make. Maybe I could get another one made. Different yarn, different color, I don't know. So that's my challenge every day, to wake up and be like, what do I do today? What should I work on today? Should I work on stuff for the craft show? And if so, what? Do I work on something for me? Like I've been working on, I finished the one shawl, bright colored shawl I finished. And I've been working on the Expression Fiber Arts Gratitude Shawl. I don't know how you say it. Nua. That's how it's spelled. Nua. N-U-A. Like Nua. But that's probably not how it's pronounced. But I've been working on that. I've made it through all of the fun colors one time. And now we're going to go, we increased it. Oh man, I missed that one down there. We increased it. So it got much bigger. That's where I'm at. I just did the increase row. And now we start adding in all the fun colors again. So, sometimes I have to work on things that are just for me, not stuff with craft sale in mind. So, but yeah, it's a challenge every day when I wake up. What am I going to do today? What do I work on today? What should I accomplish today? Some days there's things I have to do. Like today, I have to record a WIP and chat. There's another video. I have to record that one by a certain time. So some days I kind of know some things I have to do. Other days I can spend, I don't know, I can literally spend a half hour, 45 minutes just kind of thinking or looking through my patterns or just pondering what to do. And it's wasteful. It's wasteful time. I don't know. I just can't seem to have a focus and stay focused, or I need a schedule or something. I don't have a schedule of, what I should do today, what I should work on, what do I need to get finished. Other people do. I watch these videos and I'm like, so today, my goal is I'm going to crochet 20 chickens. I'm like, 20 chickens, Lord have mercy. Or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to get all of these things priced. That's my goal today. And these are people who run crochet as a business. It is their life. It is their business. That's how they make a living. But that's not me. But still, it gets a little frustrating to feel unorganized. It's unorganized. That's what it is. Not knowing what to do from one minute to the next. I'm used to being a very organized person. I had schedules and routines, and now I'm like, ugh. Dale will get up and he'll be like, so what's on the agenda today? And I'll be like, I don't know. and probably crochet, maybe record something. I don't know. I don't know. It drives me crazy though. So that's my goal. I gotta work on getting it together. Get it together, right? Be more organized and more planned out in the things I want to do and accomplish. Okay? All right. Well, I guess that's it. I guess I'm done talking. I'm probably going to do a little bit of video. It'll probably show up just in a crafty vlog about getting the rest of my items ready for the craft show. And then, of course, I'll film some stuff at the craft show. Walk around a little bit, kind of show you the setup, what's going on there, stuff like that. I hope you guys find that interesting. I mean, a day in the life. This is what happens. Some people don't, have the opportunity to set up a craft show and a booth and I hope it's nice weather. Okay, I hope it's nice weather. I have not even looked that far ahead on the weather app to see if it's going to be nice because it is outside. It is outside. So I want it to be nice. I'm not thinking it'll be cold. I don't really have to worry about cold temperatures. I just don't want rain. Don't want rain. Okay. It just rained the other day quite a bit. So maybe we're done with rain for a little bit. Please, please. All right. I'm done yapping, yammering, yabba dabba doing, whatever. So I'm going to let you guys go. And thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope you got some work done while I blabbered on about all kinds of nonsensical things. And let me know if you have any great tips for kitten training. I've got to have well-behaved cats. And I feel that I'm failing. I feel that I'm failing in that avenue. All right. Can't keep them off the kitchen counters. Squirt bottle, you're sure they'll run, but that doesn't mean it stops them from getting on there again. It's like, oh yeah, she's got that thing again. I'm going to get wet. I don't like it. I'm going to run. But as soon as I turn my back, plop, there they are, back on the counter. Anyhow, tips, please, tips and advice. I'll listen. Ooh, man, I really talked. It's well over an hour. Look at me. Look at that pretty roof, though. That is a gorgeous roof. Hang on, let me turn the light off so you can see what it looks like without the light. Let's turn the light off. It always looks better without the light. Oh, I love the roof. The roof is so pretty. Oh, I love it. It's even prettier in person, I think, than on camera. Well, there is a good portion of my gazebo. What do you think? I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, I gotta go because, I got things to do. I just don't know what they are. All right, hit that like button, subscribe button, all those fun things, please, you guys. It keeps me going, All right, okay, I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye, everyone.